Beat Makers the Squad, what's good? It's your boy Cheez. Yo, I'm here today with a new tutorial, and this is going to be, I try to make these short, but this one I had to go a little in depth with. But basically, I'm going to show you how to make a sub bass simply by whistling. So walk with me, and let's do this. All right? Peace. Let's start a new project and open up a keyboard and let's load up a piano. All right, let's load up another keyboard but with an empty preset, and let's also load up an audio track. All right, so let's select the draw tool, draw one measure, select the navigate and double click on that measure, and now we're in the piano roll. Inside the piano roll, we're going to choose the draw tool once again, and we're going to draw notes that add up to 4 quarter notes. So I just made a 16th, and I just extended it with the extender tool and just repeated it with the plus sign. So now I have 4 quarter notes at the note C3. I'm going to use those as a reference point when I start to whistle. Let's hear the notes one time. So now that I have that, I'm going to double it to give me a little extra sound and whistle, and now I'm going to set up the audio track. In order to do that, let's press the button that says audio. Now let's select input 1, monitor, and arm recording. Now also remember, you should go back into the sequencer and make sure that the recording is on there as well. Okay, so here comes the moment of truth. Bear with me, y'all. Yeah, I figure I ain't want to hear that, so I'll spread this part out. Anyway, let's disarm the recording and turn the monitoring off. Now let's actually save this sample. So we're going to double click on the audio track and press the save button up at the top and just find a folder, and we're just going to save it in there. And I have another whistle sample in there from when I experimented with this before. And so I'm just going to call this one Whistle Raw. All right. So now I'm going to actually load that same sample up into the empty preset. So I'm going to hit Settings and Mapping. And now here I'm going to hit Quick Load. Navigate my way to the whistle sample. Told you it was bad. Now I'm going to drag it to C4. I should have dragged it to C3, but it was my mistake. And what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to go in and edit the sample. So now I'm just going to scroll through with the select tool, and I'm going to find the whistle that I like the best. So I like that one at the end where I whistle kind of for a long time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to zoom in as much as I can. And when you zoom in, you start to notice it kind of looks like a sine wave. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to get one cycle of that sine wave. And I'm essentially just creating a single cycle waveform with this sample of me whistling. So I press play there in order to hear the loop. And I trim the sample, and now I'm going to save the sample as whistle single cycle. And now when I play it, it's just going to click. So now I'm going to press the hold button so it goes to hold and loop. And now I'm going to go to the low key and I'm going to bring it all the way down to the lowest key. And I'll go to the high key and bring it all the way up to the highest key. Once that's done, I'm going to exit out of the mapping mode. And now here I am. And I'm going to go back into the sequencer and I'm going to copy that MIDI lane or just bring that MIDI lane down so I can have both the piano and the bass playing the same note. So as you can hear, it's out of tune. So I'm going to go back into the mapping mode. So I'm going to go back into the mapping mode of the keyboard by hitting settings, mapping, and now I'm going to adjust the fine tune. So as it goes higher, the tuning seems to get harsher. So now I'm going to bring it lower and you start to notice that the tuning seems to smooth out a bit. I'm going to keep going. And there I go. I'm right on pitch. Now this is the reason why I used the reference tone, because I knew I could get at least close to the pitch, but probably not directly on it. So I was probably trying too hard and actually overshot the pitch. So now we're going to check out what it sounds like as a bass note. Keep going an octave lower. So what I'm going to do now is adjust some of the envelope settings, such as the release, in order to make it ring out a little longer. I'm also going to turn it on legato so it's monophonic, or it only plays one note at a time. And I'm going to increase the glide time so I got a nice little portamento or glide effect in between the notes when I go from one note to another. Now if you listen closely, there's still a little bit of a edge or harshness to it. So let's open up the filter here by pressing filter, and let's activate the low pass filter. Now let's turn up the resonance a little bit and turn the cutoff down some. Not bad, not bad at all. So now let's play around, add some effects to it. Let's try a little bit of overdrive. I'm just going to adjust the settings on the overdrive so it's not too much, but just to give it a little extra bottom. Let's get back down to the correct out. Let's add a little more overdrive. See what we get. All right, so why don't we add a little bit of compression? So I'm gonna increase the threshold a bit, bring down the attack, and I'm gonna increase the release. Let's see what we got now. Could probably use a little bit of tweaking, but not bad considering that we started with this. Hey, what up? I hope that tutorial was beneficial for you. As I said before, if you like to give it a thumbs up, If you didn't like it, or if you found out I did something incorrectly, or you thought I could do something a little bit better, instead of a thumbs down, leave a comment in the section below and let me know how I can make things better. Even if you'd like to leave a comment, also follow on Instagram at BeatmakerIsASquad, and I will catch you on the next tutorial, which is coming tomorrow.